I absolutely love my Forster Co-Ax. There's only one minor annoyance I've had with it, and that's how long it takes to switch the universal shell holder jaws between small case rim configuration and large case rim configuration, like when you're switching from 223 over to 308. For instance, Forster came up with a solution for this. The problem is when you take apart the universal shell holder jaws, there's springs inside. You kind of have to get the jaws in place and hold the springs inside the assembly, put it on the press, and then screw it down without the springs popping out. Forster has just released recently, this last year, universal shell holder jaws. These are complete assemblies that just screw down, you take it off, and you put the other one on. They work basically in the same way, but they're a little bit easier and faster to install. So let me show you how they work. So this is what the jaws look like. They have a solid back instead of the area where you would see the springs, but they have the springs captive internally. And here's the large one. Same kind of a thing, just kind of a different profile and diameter here for the opening. So let's go ahead and get these installed on the press. So here we have the factory jaws, and these jaws are the ones that you can rotate in order to switch between a small case rim and a large case rim. And what you do to change between small and large case rims is remove these two dome screws. And then you remove the jaw assembly, and there's springs back here. And it actually helps if you lift the press slightly to get the jaws out of this spreader right here. So we're on small here, and if we wanted to switch to large, we would rotate these around like so. Helps to have something to pry these springs back a little bit. Okay. Get both of the springs back into their slots, and then we could take this and put it back on and screw it down. Instead of having to goof with these springs, however, because we have the dedicated jaws, we can just lift the press slightly to get that spreader out of the way, get our dome screws in position, and tighten them down. Oh, one detail, we do have to remove this backer plate because the thickness of these dedicated jaws is a little bit larger, and by removing that backing plate, it allows enough clearance for these to be positioned perfectly. So that's it. It makes our life a little bit easier. Now we can put a case in, and we can go ahead and run that through whatever process we're working with on the press. So as you can see, the quick change jaw assemblies for the Forster Co-Ax make it that much quicker and that much easier to change between reloading small case rims like 223 and large case rims like 308 Winchester. And guess who's got them? Mid-South Shooter Supply. Check that first link in the video description to get your own set if you have a Forster Co-Ax. Also, don't forget to subscribe with notifications because I've got a lot more cool content coming up with the Forster Co-Ax, with 6mm Creedmoor and a bunch of other cool projects that I'm working on right now. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Until next time, happy shooting and happy reloading.